Thank you. My name is Sara Nelson. I'm president of the Association of Flight Attendants. At the beginning of this pandemic, representing 50,000 flight attendants at 20 different airlines. This is unprecedented. Industry and unions united standing in front of you, but it is not unprecedented in our work. Because when there is a crisis in aviation, we always come together. We always put safety first. We always learn from our mistakes and make corrections to make sure they do not happen again. In March, that's what we did together with the leadership of Chairman DeFazio in crafting the Payroll Support Program. We made a program that was a relief program, not a bailout. It didn't just go to corporations, it was built from the ground up. The money was focused on workers, focused on jobs, and there were certain requirements that came with it. No involuntary furloughs, continued service to all of our communities, carrying the U.S. mail, carrying critical infrastructure to our communities, critical personnel to help fight this virus, medicines to our veterans. It also required a cap on executive compensation. You're welcome, guys. And a ban on stock buybacks and dividends. There's been nothing like this in U.S. history before, but it's because this industry came together, heard the American people, and said, we're going to craft a relief package that is like no other before, keeping people in their jobs. And that is why the deadline of October 1st is so critical right now. And it is why you see such cooperation and agreement. There is agreement all over Washington. You see that with the representatives who are here with us today, Democrats and Republicans and independents, all standing together, all saying that they support keeping aviation workers in our jobs and continuing to support all the economic activity and jobs that our jobs support as well. But support is not enough. We are not going to hand out participation trophies. We have 8 days. 8 days until this egg is scrambled and we can't go back. We must continue the Payroll Support Program that has been the most effective jobs program of coronavirus relief, the most effective use of the public's money. And so on a balance sheet, everyone agrees. Fiscal conservatives to progressives, across the spectrum, everyone agrees. But this is not a political assessment today. This is real people moving their stuff into their cars and trying to figure out how to survive. This is a mother and a father who are both flight attendants on the furlough list with a special needs son who are in jeopardy of losing their medical insurance that takes care of him. This is about the flight attendant who is on the furlough list again. She was on the furlough list after 9/11, and she's on the furlough list again. Her husband is waiting for a heart transplant, and if she loses her health insurance, they fall off the list. These are real people. And there is real agreement all over this Hill and in the White House. There is no reason that this should be delayed a single day longer. This country needs relief now. We all come together all the time. As Americans, we come together all the time. When the government shut down a year ago, people came to our security checkpoints with kindness in their heart and offering help to our transportation security officers, because that's who we are as Americans. And the airline industry is so important that when a few planes stopped, all of a sudden, this Hill had a deal. We know, as union negotiators and as heads of airlines, that when two parties want to reach a deal, it can come together in a matter of hours. That is what we expect. Inaction is not an option. So I want to thank the leadership of Chairman Peter DeFazio of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the leadership of Ranking Member Sam Graves, who are here today together to demonstrate the agreement all over this place. We just have to get it done. Let's hear from Chairman DeFazio and Ranking Member Graves.